Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, I have some things to talk about today. I don't understand why they are trying to resist the President of the United States with this state of emergency thing where he's coming in and picking up immigrants from, you know, different states. You know, they are talking about resisting him. And I'm not going to be on here long because I want this to be a strong video. Like, they are resisting him. Let me tell you who exactly is resisting him. Part of who's resisting him. I know Donald Newsom, or whatever his name is, this one, you know, um, Gavin Newsom. Sorry, I know who Donald Newsom is. Said his name. Gavin Newsom. So we got Katie Hobbs, Arizona governor. We got J.B. Pritzker, Illinois governor. We got Jared Polis, Colorado governor. Maura Healey, Massachusetts governor. Brandon Johnson, Chicago mayor. And Michelle Wu, Boston mayor. So you can't fire them, but you can say that maybe they're too incompetent to run their state. If they go through with concealing the illegal immigrants, then what's going to happen is the law is going to come down and cause them to get in trouble for their actions. This has to end. I've had 5 illegals come at me with guns. I've been watched by illegals, and I'm probably still being watched by illegals, and I don't like it. I don't like that a woman is being watched when a woman don't know she's being watched, but I know when I'm being watched. I don't want them here no more because they do what they want. They get rich off of the United States. You know, if they have any problems, you know, it should be a big takedown from the cartel to the Mexican president. That should have been something that got taken down a while ago. But if you're mixing, you know, takedown with other things, you got your story spent off wrong, because their president should be taking care of them. Their president should build more prisons. Their president should do an infiltration on their Mexican police officers. That's what's going on. That's what needs to happen. But instead, they're putting that women that are being controlled by a higher up. It's no way a man will put a woman in power, that much power. From what we can see she controls everything without there being stipulations. So what the cartel need to do is take it up with their president, because we don't want corruption here. We already have corruption here in the United States. We love our children. We don't want our children to get taken for granted. We love everyone, and it hurts me like it was a blood relative to hear about what happened in Lake and Raleigh. Like, seriously, it hurts me to the death to know that she sat up there and she went through what she went through. 18 minutes struggling to fight. And there's plenty of other ones. We know he's going to get life without parole. But what if we had the death penalty put in all across the whole? You left it up to the states. You know, this particular state should have had the death penalty just for him. Just for him. He has crossed over to what crime is, and what I mean by that is he's not speaking, he don't have emotion, he's not saying anything. Maybe they should watch the tape, the court tape, before they, you know, come to a decision what they're going to do. You know, like he could get 20 years parole in 20 years. We don't know. We don't know who's going to be in, stature, who's going to be in the position that they are in. But Arizona, we need a healthier Arizona. Illinois, we need a healthier Illinois. Colorado, I done been to Arizona, Illinois, Colorado, Massachusetts, Illinois, and Boston. I've been to all of these states. And it's Illinois, the governor, and the Chicago, Illinois mayor. Like, that's like a husband cheating on a woman. I mean, she caught them cheating, and then she tells him, don't ever let her catch him cheating again. And then he goes off and he cheats and leave her there and don't care no more. Maybe what happened was you got a plan. There was a plan to take down to be watched over by the cartel, to have cartel move in. These are just conspiracy theories. I'll admit it. This is disinformation possibly, but think, why else would they be so amped up on not taking them and putting them back where they belong? Now, mind you, if this was a bunch of Africans coming in, which Africans have been coming in, but if this was a bunch of Africans coming in and not immigrants, it would be like, they would be like, no. That's just crazy, man. This is crazy. I don't get what's the big riddle? Why are we resisting against something that could be so overwhelmingly powerful? What are we resisting for? Are you getting paid to resist? Are you giving people money to watch over you? Because at a beach house that Biden bought, there was it cost 500,000, and there's security guards with rifles. Now, one day it's going to get to that point. One day it's going to get to that point where fired up people, is going to track down everywhere the president walks and goes. And they doing it now, but it's going to be to a degree where they need to use those rifles. But it's like, in advance that this could happen. I'm just not understanding why. I just don't understand why the Mexican president isn't shutting down a cartel. The cartel is deep. Hire some people to be police officers, hire your military, hire whatever, but hire them and shut down the cartel. And since we can't shut it down, we're moving them back to where they belong. Taking advantage of people of their own kind. which is not right. I don't condone it, but I rather for somebody in power like the president of Mexico to know that this is dysfunctional versus coming over here to the United States doing it to a person like me or a woman that had no idea. She didn't think it would happen to her. Nobody is talking about the Mexican president. She has not even called possibly President Trump about this issue. Nobody's talking about her. And they are involved so much with this. They are involved so much. I'm not getting why these governors and the mayor have an issue, you know. Yeah. So next time you are wondering, what's going on with the governors, man, there some of them are like Gavin Newsom are resisting the cause. You know, you can't sit up there and have certain states not take that type of deal because all they're going to do is spread and find another way to get across that border. Like half the people that are dying at the hands of them are Republican. If we were to go down the list, I'm pretty sure that they were Republican. There was a family that died. There was a family that died in Mexico. They used to stay on the outskirts of Mexico, and the cartel, they 13 kids or 7 kids. They all died. They all died. And they burnt the car. They shot up the car. They burnt the car. Even, I believe, with the baby in it. There was a newborn. And they were Republicans. So, yeah, that is like he said, it's a warning. Like he said, it's a warning. I guess it's called Title X something. It's called Title X. If you sit up there and try to resist and they can't do what they need to do as being the federal, you don't even respect the federal government for doing this for the people, which means you don't care about the people. If you don't read that, it's about a guy who's going to control the mass deportation. He said, stay out of our way. And I think it's necessary for me to say, I agree with him. Stay out of their way, or you, through Title X, could be committing a felony, resisting, and not cooperating with the federal government. And that's all I have to say about that. You know, I already know some of y'all's like, who's this you know what? Who is this you know what? And I know some of it's the N word, but my name is Kimberly Cloud and I ran for state senator. I feel like what y'all have done by even having y'all names be known as those people who are going to resist, it's pathetic. It's pathetic that you all are putting yourselves out there for what? For what? To resist something that, what about all the people that done died and all the people that could die and all the people that registered as dying, but nobody can say it whether it's foul play or not? What about that African American woman that went down to Mexico and they snapped her neck and her back? They snapped her back. That's some scary stuff, man. Something different. I'm not trying to blame the Mexican president. I'm just saying, you know, would there had have been change if there were three women presidents in charge? The president of Taiwan, the president of Mexico, and the president of the United States. Just think how it would have been. We would have voted her as president, and nothing would have got done. The reason why I know nothing would have got done is because I listened to some of her speeches, and all of it talks about like stuff that has nothing to do. At least Obama had a clear cut plan when he was running. You know, it's like it's no clear plan. You have all those, you have the House, you have the Senate, and everywhere right now before, as people coming in is changing, but you have all of those people, and you don't know what you're going to do for the 4 or possibly 8 years you're going to be there. You have everybody, the intelligence committee giving you intel, and you have no idea what you were going to do. That's the impression you gave me since that you started speaking. Since you started speaking, I felt that way. I don't know. And now we got people back in that. The immigration. Like Michelle Wu should know that she came here, she's part American, and she came here, and she came here the right way. Boston mayor, that's another mayor. Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, he's African American. He should be understanding what Trump trying to do. Mara Healy, she looks like she used to be an officer before this, but she's a governor. But she looks like, you know, I I believe that they're puppets. Who made you think this way about keeping immigrants, illegal immigrants? You should put them leaders refusing to comply with Trump's illegal immigration policy. What's right is what's right. If I came to Mexico trying to make it or whatever, and it'll be a step closer to being a vote for the next president of Mexico, they wouldn't want me there. But yeah, so it's okay. You did the monster mash. So yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I hope that we can actually find a solution. And that's what the solution is. We got a solution. Deport them all back. Deport them all back. I done had too many encounters with them. They're backing off right now because of everything that's going on. Some of them is going to probably start living different places underground. How many people probably live underground in New York City? I was looking that up a couple of days ago. And how many children are kidnapped? That's a sad thing. Why? I'm asking, why can't we have peace? Why can't we have peace? I think that Trump is going to bring peace. I know he is. Like he said, I need to worry about him being president, and I need to sit back and control what I'm talking about. He's the president. Let him do his job. Let him do his job. Why would you allow yourself to already sabotage? Already sabotaging. Already. It's just terrible, man. It's terrible. So, yeah, that's what I have to say to you guys. And just remember this. I guess since the war is going on, it's okay to do small wars and sit up there and what is it? Like do little small wars and you know take people and hide them and hover over them, like, isn't it, to do a small war? Like, this is what you're teaching us. It should be peace. You put your child around peace, peaceful things will happen to your child. You put your child around messed up crap, and it's going to turn out messed up, even when it don't want to. And that's just terrible, man. How do you treat your children? How do you treat your children? Think about that one. You treating adult grown men and women that should not be here, it's the law, like they're your children, your extended family. I'm not getting it. I just don't get it. What can you explain to us, which Kamala couldn't, why we are in this situation with the illegal immigrants? Why everybody ignore that? Why? So I'm about to get off of here because I want this to be a smooth show. So I want to thank you guys who watched. You take care, you be safe, and I'll see you later. I'll be back on here. Bye.